All right? You've packed your bags, you've triple-checked your passport, and you are ready for that dream vacation. But what if I told you that a common item, probably hiding in your carry-on luggage right now, could land you a massive fine or even get you arrested at the airport? No, I'm not kidding. It's happening way more often than you think. In this video, I'm breaking down the 9 surprising items that, according to the latest TSA Rules 2025, can get you into serious trouble. And number 7 on this list is something a shocking number of people have in their bag. Let's make sure your air travel starts with a Mai Tai, not an interrogation at airport security. First up is one that should be a no-brainer, but you would be floored by how often this happens. We're talking about firearms and ammunition. Just last year, the TSA found over 6,600 firearms at airport security checkpoints, and get this, a staggering 94% of them were loaded. This isn't a simple oops, it's a serious federal offense. "I forgot it was in my bag" is an excuse that will get you absolutely nowhere with the TSA. That little moment of forgetfulness can lead to an immediate arrest and civil penalties that can climb past $17,000 for repeat offenders. In 2024, the TSA collected a record $23 million in fines from travelers with guns in their carry-ons. And let's be clear, your concealed carry permit means nothing on an airplane. Federal law is king once you hit that airport security line. So what's the right way to travel with a gun? It has to be unloaded, locked in a hard-sided case, and declared to the airline at the check-in counter. It can only fly in checked baggage. There are 0 exceptions. Here's a crucial travel tip. Before you leave for the airport, do a final check. A moment of carelessness can turn your travel day into a total legal nightmare. Next up, at number 2, are things plenty of people pack without a second thought. Sharp objects. And I'm not just talking about obvious weapons. That multi-tool you got for Christmas, a box cutter from work, or even a souvenir knife can bring your travel plans to a screeching halt. The rule is pretty simple. If it's a knife, it's banned from your carry-on luggage, unless it's a plastic or round-bladed butter knife. Thinking you can sneak a small blade through? Think again. In one case, a guy was arrested at Oakland International for a butterfly knife he forgot was in his bag. On top of the arrest, he faced fines of up to $11,000. TSA officers at airport security are trained to spot these, and if they think an object could be a threat, they have the final say. This category is wider than you'd imagine, including things like ice picks and dart tips. Even scissors are limited. The blades have to be shorter than 4 inches to be allowed in your carry-on, a key detail in the current TSA rules. The fix is easy. If it's sharp, put it in your checked luggage. Just make sure it's sheathed or wrapped safely so you don't injure a baggage handler. Don't risk a fine over a simple packing mistake. Number 3 on our list is an item a lot of people carry for peace of mind: pepper spray. While you might feel safer with it, having it in your carry-on luggage is a huge no-go and can get you in a world of trouble. The TSA considers it a weapon, and it is absolutely forbidden in the cabin of a plane during air travel. If an agent finds it, it's getting confiscated, and you could be looking at a fine. Now, here's where it gets tricky. You can sometimes travel with it in your checked baggage, but the rules are super specific. The TSA says it has to be a container of 4 fluid ounces or less, with a safety mechanism to stop it from going off, and it can't be more than 2% tear gas. But here's the real catch. Even if you follow the TSA's rules, your airline might just say no. Major carriers like Delta and United ban self-defense sprays entirely. This is one of those essential travel tips. Before you even think about packing it, you need to check TSA Rules 2025, your airline's policy, and the laws at your destination. Coming in at number 4 is a slick gadget many travelers love, the rechargeable lighter. This means your arc lighters, plasma lighters, and other electronic lighters. They look cool, but they're a huge problem for airlines. Here's the deal. These lighters are completely banned from checked luggage because their lithium batteries are a serious fire risk during air travel. Now, you'll see tons of these marketed as TSA approved. That's misleading. While the TSA technically may allow one in your carry-on, most major airlines have banned them from the plane entirely. So if you bring one, you're gambling with airport security. When it's found, it will be confiscated, and you could face fines for trying to bring a hazardous material on board. The rule is clear. If it's a rechargeable lighter, just leave it at home. If you're a smoker, the TSA allows one disposable lighter in your carry-on. Don't let a fancy gadget ruin your trip. At number 5, we have something that's become a common headache: powders. This is everything from protein powder and pancake mix to supplements or baby formula. It seems harmless, but any powder-like substance in a container larger than 12 ounces, that's about the size of a soda can, is going to trigger extra airport security screening. So, why the suspicion? Some powders can look just like explosives on the X-ray scanner, forcing TSA agents to pull your bag, open everything up, and inspect it by hand. For smoother air travel, this is a delay you want to avoid. If the powder is in an unmarked container or just looks suspicious to them, they can confiscate it, and you could be pulled aside for questioning. One of the best travel tips to avoid this is to keep any powders in containers smaller than 12 ounces. If you can, leave them in their original labeled packaging so the TSA can quickly see what it is. If you absolutely have to bring a larger amount, pack it in your checked bag. Save yourself the hassle. We're just over halfway through the list. If you're finding this useful and want to stay ahead of all the TSA Rules 2025 and other travel regulations, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. My whole goal here is to help you travel smarter and safer, and your support makes that possible. Now let's get back to it. At number 6 is a travel trend that's turned into a nightmare for uninformed passengers: smart luggage. You know, those high-tech suitcases with built-in chargers and GPS trackers. They're awesome, right up until you're told you can't bring it on the plane. Current TSA rules and airline policies have banned any smart luggage if the lithium-ion battery can't be removed. This rule is enforced like crazy because of the fire risk. If a battery has a meltdown in the cabin, the crew can handle it. If it happens in the cargo hold, it could be a catastrophe. This leaves travelers stuck at the gate, forced to either abandon their pricey suitcase or miss their flight. The solution is simple. If you have a smart bag, you must be able to pop the battery out. Practice doing it at home so you're not fumbling with it at the airport. The battery itself has to come with you in your carry-on luggage, never in your checked bag. Also, be aware of the energy limits. Most airlines cap batteries at 100 watt-hours. Number 7 covers a whole category of things that should never ever be in any piece of your luggage: flammables. This includes the obvious stuff like gasoline, lighter fluid, and fireworks, but also some less obvious items like camping fuel, most aerosol cans, and bear spray. These are all considered hazardous materials and are totally banned from both carry-on luggage and checked bags for all air travel. The risk of a fire or an explosion is just too high. Bringing any of these to an airport can lead to immediate confiscation and even an arrest. Even if you're an avid camper, you can't fly with your fuel canisters. The rule is absolute. Your best bet is to just buy what you need when you arrive at your destination. Bear spray is another tricky one. It's not allowed in carry-on or checked bags because the canisters are usually too big and are considered a hazardous material. Don't make a mistake that could endanger the entire flight. The only exception to aerosols are toiletries, which are allowed in limited quantities. This next one, number 8, is a modern problem: electronics with hidden recording features. Think spy pens, glasses with cameras, or other sneaky gadgets. This is less of a TSA rules concern in the US, but if you're traveling internationally, it can be a huge deal. Countries like China and Saudi Arabia are extremely wary of these devices and have linked them to espionage. That novelty item you bought online could be treated as a serious security threat. Newer airport security scanners are even being designed to detect micro-lenses and RF signals. If you fail to declare a device with hidden recording functions in these countries, you could be facing detainment, fines, and some very intense questioning. The rule of thumb here is, if a gadget's main purpose is to secretly record audio or video, leave it at home, especially if you're flying abroad. If you have a legitimate medical device with these functions, be prepared to declare it to security to avoid any misunderstandings. And finally, number 9 isn't a single item, but a mistake that trips up more travelers than anything else: an overstuffed or oversized carry-on luggage. Here's a travel tip for 2025. Airlines are cracking down on size and weight limits like never before. The bag that used to slide by with a friendly smile is now getting hit with huge fees or flat out rejected at the gate. Now, this won't get you arrested, but if you refuse to comply with the airline's rules, the situation can escalate fast, and you could be denied boarding. In 2025, more airlines are using digital sizers and scales right at the gate. If your bag is bulging or has stuff hanging off it, you'll be forced to check it. This becomes a nightmare if your carry-on luggage has items that are banned from checked baggage, like power banks or spare lithium batteries. Suddenly, you're stuck. You can't check the bag, and you can't carry it on. The stress of frantically repacking at a crowded gate while your flight is boarding is something you want to avoid at all costs. Pack smart, weigh your bag at home, and stick to your airline's rules. So there you have it. 9 things that can turn your travel day into a nightmare of fines, or even an arrest. From forgetting a firearm to packing a harmless-looking powder, TSA rules are stricter than ever, and I didn't know won't save you. The key is to just be thoughtful about what you pack. Always double-check the TSA's "What Can I Bring" tool online before your air travel, and don't forget to look up your airline's specific policies too. Travel should be about making amazing memories, not trying to explain yourself to airport security in a back room. What's the wildest thing you've ever seen someone get stopped for at the airport? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. If this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Until next time, fly safe.